Dear students, now we are going to discuss about the data acquisition with Arduino. So the data acquisition with Arduino, it involving the microcontroller to sample the real world analog or digital signal from sensors and it convert them into digital data for processing, analysis and storage. So it is a cost effective and commercial system. See here, so we are connecting the real world data directly, we are interfacing with the Arduino microcontroller. So now these are the components involving in the data acquisition system. See, whatever sensors you need to connect, you can connect. Analog, digital, or count, timer, sensors, motors, and everything we are connecting. So that part is we call as physical system. So the transducer is used to convert any form of signal into another. So for example, if you need to convert that electrical signal to, sorry, mechanical signal to electrical, we can use the transducer. Suppose I want to convert my voice into electrical form, you can convert. So everything, the basic component we required is transducer. And here the second part is transducer and sensor. So that means it sensing the physical signal and converted back to in the digital form or any other form. So the third part is signal conditioning. So suppose that any physical signal, so that will be physically it is very weak signal. For that we need to make some processing and also we need to process as for example sampling or amplification anything we can do. So for that we are using signal conditioning. The next thing is we need to do analog to digital converter. So whatever the physical signal you are processing that you need to known by you need to make to read by the machine. So for that we need to do the digital conversion. So these are the components involving in the data acquisition system. Finally, we are connecting with any systems. So now see here, here the basic Arduino based data acquisition system involving these three main parts. Sensors first, it will be measure the physical parameters like temperature, pressure, current, light intensity. Second thing is signal conditioning. So it modify the sensor's output signal. We have to amplify the weak signal. So for that only we are using the signal processing. That thing only here they made it as signal conditioning. The next thing is audio. We are processing these types of signal using of that Arduino microcontroller. So for that we need to do the digitize the signal. And the next thing is communication interfaces. So here we need to transmit the digital data to a computer or the storage device or any other uh, display devices using of USB serial communications. And here that another thing is data logging and analysis software. The program is running on a connected computer to we can do some programming or any types of code we can use and we can use the storage also here. And what are the key steps of this data acquisition is first the physical signal we need to read and we are processing using of some sensors. We can use the proximetry or pressure or temperature. After that we need to the signal conditioning. Finally it will be processing using of hardware use and it will be transmitted through in some devices. Either you can connect with PC or then you can use the PLC or data logger. Any automation devices we need to process. So what are the general process requiring the data means first we have to connect the sensors to appropriate Arduino pin and we need to do the programming so using of Arduino IDE. Finally you are running your program on the computer and use by using of this process we what we have done means we are doing the data analysis. So we need to collect the data and we need to processing. So these are the real image of Arduino Uno you are connecting for DAC purpose. So see here that sensor it processing the data. After that we are doing signal conditioning that will be processed by the microcontroller and finally we are connected with the real world data. So here the resolution we are using is 10-bit ADC and here it model the it can support 16-bit and 24-bit and the sampling rate how whatever we are doing in that ADC conversion the same thing only here also we are using and noise reduction also it implementing the intrinsic noise from electronic components. So these are the steps involving in the data acquisition systems. So the main 4 5 parts here we have listed here. Thank you.